Hey guys, it's Cthulthu here. Today is the 18th of August 2011 and here I am at the start point to temple trekking, where it is completely dead already after a single day of temple trekking being out, or rather revamped really. So yeah, I just wanted to discuss the rewards quickly before I start this entire well, I don't know what to call it. Is it a vlog? Is it a temple trekking only video? It really is only a temple trekking only video, so if you're not interested, don't bother watching, but otherwise, I just want to go through some of the rewards, because I found some extras that I wasn't aware of at first. So obviously you've got these obvious awards here. You need to get a certain amount of points. Really what they are is a certain amount of levels. Basically you have 3 characters here, and you also have 3 characters at Berderot, and you can get them all to level 99. 99 times 6 happens to be 594, so you need to get all 6 of your characters to level 99, and let me tell you, that is going to take you a hell of a lot of time. So let me quickly go through the last one, which is the only one of interest to me right now. That is Ghast Familiar. So it costs 50k gold to buy it once you've unlocked it in the first place. What it does is apparently it gets you prayer experience when it does damage, which sounds fantastic for people who don't have 99 prayer. What it also does is its scroll can replenish your prayer, but by what I believe to be 10 prayer. The only problem I have with that is there is no indication on how to get these scrolls. Obviously the normal way to do it is to get the pouch and then to turn them into scrolls, in which case if the pouch is costing me 50k to buy, and hopefully it's the ability that costs 50k to buy, because if it's just a pouch that costs 50k to buy, then that is ridiculous, because that costs us 5k per scroll, and if we're spending 5k just to get 10 prayer, then it's not worth it in any situation. So it could be a bit of a disappointing end reward. Might not be one worth getting, but we'll have to have a see when someone finally gets the Ghast Familiar, which hopefully won't be too long. I've seen plenty of people around here with their completionist cape probably wanting to get this, not only for their trimmed completionist cape, but just because, they like to complete things, I guess. All the other rewards are not ones that I really care too much about, but then I noticed some extra rewards. So if we quickly go down here, so basically you've got 4 different skills you can unlock the higher their level becomes. So at level 55 I unlocked this level 20 skill, where the other character can start using bind, which is completely pointless to me. But there's also one where he uses vulnerability. That could be useful. Obviously that means he weakens the guy. Then another one where he starts using fire wave and staff of light. So obviously better weapon, better attack equals a lot more damage from the guy. It's not going to be that considerable, but it'll still be some use. But then I saw this skill reward, construction gloves. Now you look at the other rewards, what you get is you get the helmet. So what's this? Yeah, the construction hat, the construction trousers, and the constructor's top basically. And then we've got the construction skill, but to get that you have to get level 85 for the easy character. So that got me thinking, what other rewards are there? For hard, unfortunately, there isn't anything on this side, but on medium there's a shortcut from Canifus Trapdoor to Morton, and it makes you wonder, does that mean that you can get to Barrows by simply going through that trapdoor, and it will take you to Morton straight away, and then you can run to Barrows, and it would be really easy. Basically, you won't have to go underground, you won't have to go over that bridge, and you won't have to take the boat the rest of the way. You'll be able to get there straight away. And that sounds fantastic. So I'll tell you one thing, and that's for sure. Well, firstly, I don't need the construction award, so I couldn't care less about that. But this shortcut sounds like it might be useful. So if I'm going to continue playing temple trekking, then I may as well do it with the medium character and get something that I could actually have a use for. It's not going to be something that I have a use for very often, but it's still better than everything else, basically. That also has me wondering what the rewards are on the other side. So I'm going to go and do a bit of temple trekking, get to Berderot, and then I'll show you what the rewards are there, if there are any others, and also just tell you what I think of this minigame. And also right at the end of the video I'll show you how much I've gained so far from playing this game, because there's talon charms that you can get, there's snake hides that you can get, then there's all these reward tokens that you get at the end of each one that I've been collecting so far. So I'll show you all of that at the end as well. So guys, while I'm travelling to the other side, let me tell you what I think of temple trekking. So this doesn't just go for the revamped version, but it goes for the entire game since its release. It's always been one of the most fun games to do, and that's because it's not repetitive. As in, obviously it's repetitive in that you will come across the same scenario every 10 to 20 minutes, but as in, you know, at least it's not coming up again over and over again every single minute. Basically, you know, you always have a different scenario, whether you're putting out fires, you're trying to save people, or you're trying to kill an enemy, and that enemy can be different. Sometimes it can be snails, in which case you need to treat them slightly differently from other monsters. You need to play range, and you need to probably kill them individually, unfortunately. Whereas, you know, in another situation you could be killing snakes. Not only are you going to get something decent from those snakes, but you're also going to be able to barrage them and make light work of them. The same go for those talon beasts that give great charms as well. So those are two items that are well worth doing temple trekking for. In fact, when I did it about, you know, a couple of years back, I was actually doing it for the snake hide, so I could get snakeskin boots, because at the time they were being merchanted, and I really needed some, so I decided to go and make my own. And the Talon Beast charms were just a bonus, a nice bonus. You get like 1k experience per use, and I've managed to get quite a few of them, so I should get a bit of summoning experience if I ever wanted to use them, which I guess I may as well at some point if I have the charms and everything for it, which again I should do. And then the snake hides will make a decent profit as well. But yeah, what else about this game? I mean, the rewards, it's never really been about the rewards, but just the byproducts. So like I said, snake hides and the Talon Beast charms, and now also the tombs are pretty decent in terms of experience. And yeah, it's just because it just it's not too repetitive, and that's what makes it a fun game. It stops it from getting boring quickly. And even though I've done it for quite a bit today and yesterday as well, I'm still interested, and I still want to continue doing it, so that's good. In terms of the revamped version, so that means firstly the level ups that these characters get, and therefore their enhanced skills at later stages. I haven't really seen the effects of those skills, but it's nice that that they're working with you now a lot more than they used to. So that's a fun aspect of the revamped version. And then obviously, in terms of the rewards, obviously there's still a lot to say about the rewards. I mean, for me personally, they're not very useful, but for other people, obviously there's going to be tons of use, especially in terms of construction. That could save you a bit of money, and well, not even a bit of money, but about 10% of what you spend, and that's probably on top of being able to use steel and creation hammers, hopefully. So, you know, it just increases the amount of money you can save and increases the speed at which you can get construction experience. So that's got to be great for the majority of players. For me personally, it's probably all about the familiar and a couple of shortcuts. Obviously, I don't know what the familiar is really like, and I haven't had the chance to try the shortcuts, because one I have got, but I don't see a use for it, and the other I do have. I see a use for it. Well, no, sorry, I see a use for it, but I don't actually have it just yet. So I'll have to wait for that, and that's obviously the one that takes me to Barrows quickly. So yeah, we'll see how it all goes at some point, but right now it's definitely positive from me. Positive, you know, opinion from me. Okay guys, so to have a look at the rewards now here on the other side. So for easy, unfortunately there's nothing good, and obviously I mean in terms of good as in something that we can use outside this game, so there's nothing there. On hard there is also unfortunately nothing. It's all again in-game mechanics, you know, what the characters can actually use, which is unfortunate. Nothing that will help me at any rate. But here we do have one reward. It is unfortunately a game-specific reward. Well, actually no, it's a reward that you can use outside. I just don't see us using it much outside from this game at all. But basically, Druidic, which is a level 99 ability, unlimited Druid pouch. Now, I don't actually know what the Druid pouch is, but obviously a pretty good guess would be that bag that holds all the mushrooms or something in it, that reveals ghosts for you. I think they're ghosts or ghasts or whatever they are. I'm just going to call them ghosts for now. But yeah, whatever they are, I think that's what the Druid pouch is for. In fact, I think it's definitely what that is for. Just can't be bothered to look on RuneScape Wiki. But yeah, I mean, if that is the case, then in terms of this mini game especially, that would be a really helpful skill, because basically that means that you know, what happens is the NPC will reveal the ghosts for you, but they only do 2 at a time. So once you've killed one, and already one is already unveiled, then they'll reveal a second, and they'll keep revealing only a second once one dies. So yeah, that is problematic for me, because I like to I like to mage most of the things, especially when I can get them in a nice stack. and just make light work of them. And with the ghosts, when you can only attack 2 at the same time, unless you manually do it yourself, yeah, you're only attacking 2 at a time, and melee is probably actually just a bit faster. Whereas if I was able to attack all 5 at the same time, that would be fantastic. So yeah, having a druid pouch would be fantastic in just, being able to reveal all 5. And obviously the only reason I would do that is if I was getting unlimited usage out of my pouch, which I would be, so I wouldn't have to recharge it. So in terms of the game, I would say definitely getting medium done first would be best. In fact, you know what, there's no reason to do easy and hard at all, except for the main rewards. If you're going to do it in order of priority, medium should be priority in both cases, I reckon. So definitely going to start doing medium from now on, 29 to 99, as long as I can go. I mean, once again, if I'm going to get 99 in all of these guys, chances are I'm going to get bored at some point. And yeah, no, if you're going to achieve something, you may as well achieve 99 and at least medium. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. I mean, I haven't even looked at the other 2. So ability to fire 2 arrows at once. So obviously he's a ranger. And NPC uses a dark bow, so he can upgrade his weapon as well. So it doesn't sound too bad. It sounds actually pretty good if he's getting 2 shots off and then the dark bow. That's quite confusing. So he can fire 2 shots at once, but then he's given a dark bow which can also fire 2 shots at once. So what, is he firing 4 shots then at that stage, or are we really just getting the the bonus stats from the dark bow? But either way, it's going to be useful. So yeah, I guess Jane Kill, however you pronounce that, that is the character I'll be training. So I'll leave it at that. I'm probably going to go into temple trekking now, and somewhere towards the end of the video I'll also show you what I've managed to get from all the temple trekking I've done so far. Okay guys, so to have a look at what I've gained so far since yesterday. So let's see, I've got 72 Talon Beast Charms, and seeing as you only get about 4 of those every time you encounter them, and then even then you probably only encounter them about once, maybe every 2 to 3 trips, probably every 3 trips. So that's about 18 times that I've encountered them. So that just shows how many rounds that I've done. In fact, you know what? It's probably best to use the tokens as an indicator of how many I've done. The only problem is, once when I did finish it, I did realise that there was a red dot on the floor. I was like, I wonder what that is, and I realised it was a reward token that I hadn't picked up, because basically it dropped on the floor because my inventory was full. So I am starting to wonder now how many I have lost that way, but hopefully not too many. And I know that I've also used 2, the first 2 that I got I used straight away, just to see what kind of experience I was getting. In fact, no, it was actually 3 that I used. But anyway, so I've got like 54 tokens here. So then another 3 that I know that I used, so that's 57. So about at very least I've done 57 runs, and probably, I would have to guess around 60 actually, because I know I probably lost a few by not picking them up because my inventory was full. Main reason it's full is because of these Talon charms. Firstly, they take individual spaces, so do the snake hides. That's pretty much the only reason I bring a yak with me, because every time you do get to kill the snakes, you get tons and tons of these hides, which is nice. I'm not saying that that's not nice. In fact, I'll show you how much those are worth in a second. Also, I've heard that by getting via corpses and then sending them away by funeral pyre, whatever it's called, pyre funeral, obviously the other way around. But yeah, by doing that, then you can improve your flail, your Evadilis flail, or whatever it's called, Evandis flail. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I mean, well, I'm not going to go and do it. I mean, I might do it, but at very least I can pick up the corpses and prepare myself to do it if I want to do it at a later date. But yeah, let's have a look at how much the snake skin is worth, and then I'll finish it there. So hopefully it's decent, because I don't know the price of it. All I know is that the last time I did temple trekking, it was for this and this only, to get these snake hides, because I think snake skin boots were being bought out and I really needed some for PKing. I'm trying to find out where the PC is. I know where it is, I'm just not thinking about it. But there we go. So let's see how many I have. There we go. So 2.8k each gives me a total of 659k. Well, pretty much 660k actually. So not bad at all. I'm going to continue picking those up for sure. I'm sure they will drop in price over the next few days, just because so many people are probably getting them. So there's probably a lot of supply right now, but it's not anything that I'm bothered with. But yeah, there you go, guys. So that's what I've collected so far, and I'm sure there's plenty more to come. I would only say that I'm about, I don't know, 15% through this entire thing. I've got a long way to go, especially if I'm going to get 99 in the hard difficulty as well. It's not difficult, it's just a lot slower, and that's the problem. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, see you around.